Hey everyone, this is Tankenstein coming to you live and direct from the Northern Center of everywhere to bring to you today your complete and comprehensive video on all things wagers in War Thunder. I'll be going over quite a bit in this video, including what wagers are, how to earn them, where to find them once you do earn them, and also how to most effectively use them. So that being said, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into it. So wagers in War Thunder are really just an excellent way to increase your economy, and you can either have Silver Lion wagers or Golden Eagle wagers. There are 9 Silver Lion wagers and 3 Golden Eagle wagers, so they do prefer that you get Silver Lion wagers, but Golden Eagle wagers are still out there, and you do get them actually fairly often. And you can actually access them once you do have them. Down here, you can click on the inventory here, or down here where you would normally click on boosters or coupons. And they're both on the main screen here or on the wagers tab. And you can earn them in several different ways. So you can earn them either from your daily login reward. Typically, these are given with the huge trophy that you get once every few days for consecutive logins. Or you can also get them from your after battle chest that you are awarded every now and again after doing well enough in a match. So that being said, again, there are 12 different types total, and they all have different requirements. So as you can see here, you can identify them as Golden Eagles because they have the Golden Eagle on them, and then you can also identify all these as Silver Lion wagers because they have the Silver Lion on them. And at the top right of each of these thumbnail, you'll see a little number here. That's how many of each type of wager that I have. So for example, with this one, I have 20 different wagers for this. So in total, if I were to complete all of these conditions, I could earn up to 5 million Silver Lions on these wagers alone. Is it likely? Probably not, but I'll get into why it might not be likely in just a second. So when it comes to the Golden Battle wagers, and I'll just start off with these, really, in order to kind of figure these out most effectively, you're going to want to look at a few different sections here. So if you hover over it, you can see a little pop out, or you can click on it, and then you'll see it on the side here if you want a larger view of it. And as you can see, there's 10 different stages that you can or really have to complete. And you don't just have to get to stage 10 and then you'll get this. And then if you get to stage 9, you'll get nothing, as you might imagine. Basically, what you need to do is, in order to get from stage 1 to 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 and 10, you have to complete these stage completing conditions. So for the rookie Golden Battle wagers, it's a fairly easy one. You have to achieve victory in a match by having at least one player vehicle destroyed. And within that, you have to do it like this. So you have to have a rank 3 or 4 vehicle in crew slots. Your maximum crew vehicle can only be a tier 4 vehicle. So for example, I've got my T26E11. That is a rank 4, so that would fit. But being that some of these are not tier 4, if I'm not mistaken, this being a tier 5, it would not allow me to proceed forward with it. So simply, I'll get into this in just a moment, but it will not disqualify me from the wagers. I can still select it. I would just have to fulfill these requirements before it will allow me any progress towards it. And that being said, once you complete one stage, so in this case, achieving victory while destroying at least one enemy vehicle, I'll get 50 Golden Eagles. This will not be given to me immediately, but rather it will be given to me upon completion of all the stages, or once I lose 3 times. So in this case, if I were to achieve victory and not destroy one vehicle, it would count against me. And you can only, in this case, lose twice. And then on the 3rd time, you'll just, the golden wager, the Golden Eagle wager will be completed. And whatever stage you're on is the amount that you'll be given at that point in time. So if you were to reach rank 3 or stage 3 before you were to fulfill this requirement of 3 separate losses, then you will only get 100 Golden Eagles. You will not get 150, but rather, again, 100. So these are not cumulative rewards. You will not get over 1,000 Golden Eagles if you reach stage 10. Rather, you will just get the 500. It's not anything to complain about, because if I were to complete all 5 of these and do this as well as I could, I, for example, have a 72% or 78% win rate over the last few months or over the last month, more likely than not, I'd be able to complete this, depending on if I am with my squad or not. And I'll get into that in just a moment, but you will want to, I'll show you just exactly how to maximize the effectiveness. And for the Golden Eagles, it's pretty much just different flavors of the same thing here, except they are a little bit more intense as you go up. So as you can imagine, the Rookie Golden Battle Wager is a little bit easier. You step it up, you can go to the Officer Golden Battle Wager, and there's up to 20 stages, and you can get up to 1,000 Golden Eagles, or alternatively, for the Commander Golden Battle Wager, you can get up to 1,500 Golden Eagles, which is insane because that is the cost of so many low to medium tier vehicles in this game. 1,500 Golden Eagles. So in this one, this is a little bit different because you have to achieve victory while destroying at least 3 player vehicles, but it is still the same requirements in that I have to have a rank 3 or 4 vehicle and crew slots with a max of rank 4. So that's how all Golden Eagles will be. And again, as I mentioned before, if I were to, for example, select this Golden Battle Wager and I wanted to fly planes at top tier, it will not count against me, but rather it would just more or less suspend the wager until I go back to those requirements. Then I can progress as normal before. So just keep that in mind when you are doing this. You do not have to fear about losing progress or really having the battles in which a stage was not achieved. If you were to play 3 matches outside of these requirements, it's not going to fill any of these in. Rather, it just won't count towards progress or towards losing these Golden Eagles, these wagers as well. And one thing also to keep in mind, you cannot activate 2 separate wagers at the same time. So if you wanted to activate all 20 of these wagers at the same time, you would not be able to. As much as I would love to, you have to do them all separately. So when it comes to Silver Lion wagers, they are pretty much the same, but they're also different, at least in terms of requirements. So, for example, all of these, you can only lose a maximum of 2 2 matches before you have nothing, before it just ends the wager entirely. With these, they're a bit different. So this one, I have to defeat 10 players in a match, and I can have up to 10 matches before it kicks me out of the wager. And each one of these has a stake that I can put down on it. So for example, if I were to click activate on this, I could go from 0 to 10,000 Silver Lions at stake, and that would basically make it so that depending on how much I put at stake is how much I can make from this. So for example, if I were to put in 0 at stake, I can only make a maximum of 250,000 Silver Lions. But if I were to put 10,000 at stake, I could make 500,000. So there's tons of options here. I would always put the maximum, but then again, I've got 3.1 million Silver Lions to do so. But just keep that in mind. And again, these do have different requirements. So for example, this one right here, Wingbreaker, I have to destroy up to the most air targets in a match. It cannot be less than 5. So if you look here, you can just hover over the achievement if you're not aware of what it is. For example, the best squad. I have to complete the best squad up to 10 times, and I cannot lose more than 3 matches, because once I hit my 4th, then I'll be kicked out of the wager and only be given how much I make at that particular stage. So just keep in mind before you try to do these exactly what the conditions are and make your lineup most effective for that condition. So what I would ideally do, unless it has a specific condition such as Windbreaker, which is obvious, you're going to want to use anti-aircraft weapons in order to get that. Unless it has something like that, I would just use the most effective vehicle that you have. So for example, with me, this is a tier 4 vehicle. I feel very confident with it. Even if I get up tiered, I'm fully modified. So once you fully modify your vehicle, that's going to want to be the vehicle that you're going to use, whether it's air, ground, or naval. If you fully modify a vehicle, if you're very comfortable with it and you know that you're good, that's exactly what you're going to want to do. And more so, what I would do is I would squad up. If you can get people that you're good with and that you communicate with, you will be excellent. Even if your squad mates are average, typically squads do way better because they communicate better. And, you know, as you know, if there's no coordination in battle, you're not going to do well. So squad up with people while you're doing this. And it will also help you, especially when you have the best squad, if you stick with your squad. And you should be able to complete these. So my advice for maximizing the effectiveness of this, get a vehicle that you're most comfortable with. In my case, I'd pick the T26E11 for ground vehicles. And then I would just squad up with somebody and make sure that that person is around me and that you can maximize your firepower and just destroy vehicles most easily. That way you will be able to get these done to at least some extent before getting kicked out of the wager, and you should be able to earn probably millions, and I mean millions of silver lions and also thousands of golden eagles. That being said, please tell me what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you learned a lot. Remember, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of it. But that, again, being said, I'm not saying goodnight, just saying, hope you guys have a great day, great night, great whatever it is that you're doing. And I'll see you guys all on the other side. Thanks so much for watching my video, and take care, everyone.